Alright everybody, so today we're going to do a really quick tutorial in Premiere Pro for a common issue that can happen where you might get a warning sign from Premiere Pro which says something like this, media offline, or you might even get something like this, which is just your broadcast colours. So yeah, we're going to look at this as a quick fix. Now, if this ever happens, there's a couple of reasons why this might happen. The first most common reason is when you've created a new project in Premiere Pro and you start to input your clips from the destination, maybe it's a hard drive, maybe it's your desktop. If you ever change computers or move your folders around afterwards, maybe you're having a bit of a cleanup, this can happen. Usually in situations like that. So basically what this is telling us is that the media is offline. Now, offline media just means that Premiere Pro recognizes there was a clip titled this at one point, but it can't find it anymore in this case. So to evidence what I've done here is the clip that this is from is located in this folder here, in this directory. Now what's happening is I've moved the file from its original destination, which was in here, and I've just moved it out here, so it's now in this destination. Now the reason why Premiere Pro is giving us this error message is because it's still looking for it in its original place of origin, which is when I created the project, and I put everything in here. So if this ever happens to you, there's two things that you can do. Usually you would get a locate media tab that would open up when you open the project for the first time in Premiere Pro, but sometimes if you're moving things around, doing a bit of housekeeping while this is rendering or something like that, and you move it by accident, you can just sort of come back to your machine and find it saying that. So the key thing is, don't worry, as long as you haven't deleted the video footage, it's a relatively simple fix that you can do. So one way of doing this quickly is I'm just going to save this project and I'm going to exit Premiere Pro. And I'm going to double click the folder, and it's going to say, so this is the error that we're getting. Now I always recommend that you rename clips. This is just for argument's sake. Now, what we can do at this point is link the media before we actually open it up and see the media offline. So to do this, we know where this footage is, but you can see here, this is where it's looking for the footage, and this is the reason why it can't sync to it. So what we're going to do is click on this locate button, and we're going to display only exact name matches. Now, this can look a little bit intimidating, but essentially it's still here. Look, it's just opened up the directory where it's looking for it and it can't find it. Now it will still show us folders, but it will show us exact name matches. So if I go into just the folder itself, I know that this is the folder that was in, and here is the clip that it was missing. Now when I press OK, because the other three clips, or the other two clips, the other clip that was missing as well is also in this folder, it's going to be quite dynamic, and it's going to see that they're both there, and it's going to move them both across. And now what we have is the clip that was missing, and yeah, we're all good. Now if I go into grade, so this is a nested sequence, a duplicate sequence which had some visual effects. Now it's struggling to find this also, and that's because we've confused both the After Effects folder that it was open in and the software. So what I can do to link this one is open up the After Effects project, and this will probably also need to be relinked, you see. So that's the reason why it's giving us that issue, because this was a dynamic link between Premiere Pro and After Effects. So not only was Premiere Pro looking for it, but now the After Effects dynamic link has been broken, so we also need to correct it in this as well. And it's warning us now. Now After Effects does it in a slightly different way. Instead, it just shows us the two clips right here, with the broadcast bars, which tells us that it's not linking. So again, I'm going to right click, I'm going to maybe I can do this with reload. No. Okay, so I'm going to replace the footage, file, and I'm just going to find it in here. Now the replace footage is there, so I'm looking for the 2450. So it's this clip here, or it might even be this one. It's the .mov, so it is this one. 2450, and I'm importing that, and it's also done it for the other one as well. It's been found at this point. So now when I jump back into Premiere Pro, it's also corrected itself there as well. So it can be a little bit frustrating when that happens. This can also happen, say for example, with Premiere Pro these days, you can actually work on multiple computers with your own subscription. Now, if you're saving everything into the Adobe Cloud, this probably won't happen very often, but if you're like me and using hard drives to carry footage around and things like that, what you're going to find is this can also happen when you change computers. So the same fix that we've just applied here can be applied to if that ever happens to you. If you're changing computers and instead of using a one hard drive that you've got the project saved to, you're maybe re-downloading the footage or downloading it from the cloud, you might find that this is something that you have to do regularly. The rule of thumb is if you're transferring from computer to computer and moving around with a hard drive, keep everything in one folder, keep everything labeled correctly, and you should be okay. But if that happens, there's some quick fixes for you. So that was a really quick tutorial on what to do if you ever come across the media offline warning. Okay, thank you very much.